Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the best graphic settings to use, whether you guys play on console or whether you guys play on PC. I'm going to show you guys the best graphic settings to use for this game. It's going to make all the colors way more vibrant. It's going to make it way easier to see other players. So if you guys are looking to see the best graphic settings to use in Fortnite, so definitely stay to the end of the video because these settings will help your game look a lot better. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys want to take part in this giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do turn on post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video and when I announce the winners. And lastly, leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. And lastly, make sure you guys do support me in the item shop. All you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in creator code YoungHumor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator in the item shop. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I want to show you guys some settings that you guys can change yourself that's going to make your game look a lot better. Now, there only is a couple things you can do, but these things really do make all the difference in making your game look a lot better. And if you are on PC, it's a lot easier. All you guys have to do is just go into your NVIDIA settings, go down to adjust desktop color settings, and then go down to the bottom and then hit digital vibrance and then turn it up. So it's super easy on PC. It's not very difficult to do, but if you're on console, there is a couple things that you guys can do that's really going to make your game look a lot better. I'll also show you guys the color settings that I have on as well, but the easiest way to make your game look a lot better is going to be either in your monitor or in your TV settings. That's going to be the best way to make your game look a lot better. Of course, like I said, I'm going to show you guys the color settings that I have, that if you don't have these settings, it's the best you can do for now. But like I said, the best settings that you're going to get for changing how your colors look is going to be in your TV settings. So if you guys play on a gaming monitor, there is going to be an option that I think is really good that a lot of you guys should try on. And that one is going to be the dark stabilizer. The reason why I really like this one a ton is they kind of fix it a little bit more this season, but especially in the previous seasons, or this could even be in Zone Wars as well, is sometimes when it's dark, it's hard to see other players. So when you have, if you do have this setting on your gaming monitor, which I think most do, if you play on a TV, you may or may not, but this is a setting you guys should definitely play on. I sometimes had it on, sometimes didn't, but I really like this setting a lot because it makes it a lot easier to see in those dark situations, because there's been so many times where when the game's dark, so it's like nighttime, and after like certain, like just certain areas of the map, or like after certain builds, it just makes it really difficult to see other players. So changing that setting, putting it on the max, really can make the biggest difference when it comes to seeing other players, which can help you line up your shots much easier, and you're going to be winning way more gunfights. Now, for those of you guys on console, as I said earlier, you're going to find the most settings to change in your either TV or monitor settings. This is the TV one that I have. Now, obviously, your TV is going to be different. Some of you guys' colors may look a little bit different than mine, but all in all, there's a couple things you guys want to change that's going to make your game look a lot better, and they usually can be named like color vibrance or saturation. Those are going to be the main factors that determine how well your colors pop, because saturation, all it does is saturate the colors a little bit, and if you add just the right amount, it's going to make your game look a lot better. So that is one of the settings you guys want to change. Also, you can adjust your brightness, and there might be contrast. If you put a little bit of contrast as well, usually the sweet spots, depending, obviously it depends on the TV or monitor that you have, but a lot of people have it on about 70%. That makes the game look a lot better as well. But as I mentioned, most of the settings that you're going to find that's going to make your game look a lot better are solely going to be in your TV or monitor settings. So unless you guys have a really, really old TV, most TVs nowadays, I remember back when I played on PS3, back in the Call of Duty days, I did play on one of those like small box TVs, in the color, I think it was like 720p. I mean, my game really didn't even fit on the screen. It just looked absolutely terrible now looking back. At the time, I mean, it looked fine. The response time was really, really good, but everything looked really bad. But unless you have like a really old TV, most TVs do have a lot of color options, and that single-handedly is going to look the best for the game. So what I recommend doing is maybe just going into creative and then just messing around those settings, because it can really be challenging, because certain games look better on certain settings. So on some games, maybe you want your color vibrance on this, and then maybe other games, the contrast looks better if it's a little bit less or more. So obviously it depends on the game. So if you guys mainly play Fortnite, then you want to find find the color settings that are the best for that game, because it could be just kind of annoying to switch in between the colors every single game. So you could find a good, medium balance between all the games, or you can just fully optimize it for Fortnite. And the reason why I'm talking mainly about monitor and TV settings, because on console there really isn't anything in the console itself that's going to make the game look a lot better. I mean, if you have like a 4K TV or something, then if you play on 4K, it looks better than 1080p, but that really has to do with your monitor as well. So as far as making the game look better, you're not going to find anything in the console itself that's going to make the game look a lot better. You have the TV settings, the monitor settings, and as well you do have a few colorblind settings, which I'll show you guys in just a second, that can make your game look a lot better. I do myself play on a little bit of a colorblind. I don't necessarily have to, because I can just change the colors in my on my PC. But the problem is when I do stream, the colors that I have, what I see is not the same colors you guys see. The game looks a little bit better on my screen than what you guys are seeing, but I do have a colorblind setting on that makes the game look a lot better, and something that I also recommend for you guys to try out as well. So now for those of you guys who don't have any monitor or TV settings, some of the colorblindness you can change if you want to see a little bit better in the zone. You guys probably already know about this setting, but there's been so many times where I've been fighting players, or they're coming out of the zone, and if you're at that right angle, and it's just that specific, like when it's a little bit dark in the game and you're just at that right angle, you literally just can't see in the zone, which is super annoying. But if you do play on the colorblind that I just put on just a second ago, it really makes the blues a lot lighter, so it makes it way easier to see in the zone. But the reason why I don't use this setting specifically is just from a content creation standpoint. When I play on stream, I just want the game to look as good as possible. So you can put this setting on. It helps you see a lot in the zone. So if you're a competitive player, I definitely recommend playing on this setting, because it makes it way easier to see in the zone. But if you want your game to look a little bit better, one of the settings I play on that a lot of other players do as well is in the colorblind, you go over to the very last one, and then you put it on maybe like a 4, or you can put it up to a 7. I feel like if you don't have any other setting, I would put it up to a 7. It makes the colors look a little bit more vibrant and a little bit brighter. It's not exactly the same as, saturation, but putting on this colorblind will make the game look significantly better than before. So if you don't have any settings, or just want to try this colorblind setting out as well, definitely put it on. I play in about a 4, because I do have the extra digital vibrance on my desktop, so I really don't have to worry about this too much. But if you guys don't, then I would recommend this colorblind setting and then putting it on a 7. It makes the game look a lot brighter and just everything look a little bit better. So if you don't have any other settings, I recommend putting this one on. This will definitely add a lot more color to your game. Now, if you guys are curious about the other setting as well as the user interface contrast, I just keep it on the lowest. When you add it up, it makes the game look a lot darker. It adds way too much contrast to the game. It just really doesn't look good at all, because when you're playing in game, you want everything to look very bright and everything look very, very vibrant. So playing on a higher user face contrast, it's just not the move. It just doesn't make the game look better. It makes everything look a little bit darker. But if you think it looks better, then by all means throw it on. And of course you can turn up your brightness. That's going to make the game look obviously a lot brighter, which could be one of the things that, even for myself, depending on the type of monitor or TV that you have, really will depend on the brightness, because some TVs are brighter than others and some monitors are less bright than others. So it just depends on the TV and monitor that you play. That's going to be one of the sole impacts on how your game looks. So for myself, I have to play on a higher brightness on my monitor as opposed to my TV, just because my TV is a little bit brighter than my monitor. So everything has to be specifically catered to the display that you play on. So all in all, those are all of the settings that you can change if you guys play on console. You definitely have a little bit more if you play on PC, because you have, the digital vibrance that is going to be in the NVIDIA control panel. That's super easy to change. It makes your game look brighter instantly. But if you guys play on console, the really only things you can do is, first of all, you definitely want to look at your monitor or TV. Definitely mix around with all the color settings, find out which works the very best. And then if you can't find anything, or if you're playing a little bit older TV, then you just want to change your colorblind. You just play on that last colorblind setting, put it on about a 7. I mean, you can play it on a 10 if you want to. Find whatever looks the best and just play on that setting. Those are going to be all the possible ways that you can change exactly how your game looks. There really isn't any other thing you can do, because, for the same reason on PC, you can't really go into the game files on a console and change anything there. So those are all the settings that you can possibly change on console. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys found this video very helpful. And if you guys could, make sure you guys do drop a like. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Make sure you guys do hit that notification bell so you guys get notified for every single new upload. And when I stream every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you guys will get notified because I do stream every single day. I get a ton of wins and it's a lot of fun. So definitely come by my live streams if you guys haven't already. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.